Hi everyone, welcome back to Move with Jo. Today we have a 5-minute stretch. No equipment is required, so just roll out your mat and follow along. We'll start by taking a couple of deep breaths, so just go ahead and inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. On the exhale, let's lean our head back, chin to the ceiling, continuing our deep breathing. And we nod that head forward, chin goes down to the chest, breath is still moving here, shoulders are relaxed, we're sitting tall on those sit bones. Return that head to center and we look over to our left, trying to get our chin over our shoulder here. As we return through center, we go to the other side, finding the same amount of length in that neck stretch as we did on the left side. Now tilt that head forward and we roll all the way to the right and back through center to roll to the left and to center. Good. And continue a couple of those rolls to the right and then back to the left. Feeling that neck stretch. Inhale through the nose, reach those arms up as far as we can, and we exhale as we open the arms back up. Inhale again. And exhale, feel that center. Good, let's scoop our left arm all the way up. We lean over to the right. We're feeling the weight of our body into the right hand here. Big stretch as we return back through center. And we go other side, reaching with all of the length and over. Good, we feel a stretch from those fingertips to the sit bone on our right side here. Beautiful job, everyone. Let's return and do that again. We go right side, back and forth. We're shifting our weight a little quicker this time, getting a nice side bend back and forth from right to left. Beautiful. Remember, we're using our breath here, inhaling through center and return. Good. Let's lace those hands behind our back, open that chest up to the ceiling, feeling a beautiful stretch across the front of our shoulders and our chest. Lean those hands slightly to the right, pulling into that right shoulder, and same thing on the other side. Beautiful. Shake out those arms and let's walk those arms forward, trying to get those elbows onto the ground, the weight of the head pulling us down. Remember, we want our sit bones on the floor here. We don't want to be rocking into our knees to create any tension there. Good. Walk those hands back in. And now let's transition over to our tabletop position. We want those knees directly below our hips and our wrists directly below our shoulders. Those elbows are pointing out to the side. Maybe take a little push up here if that feels good for getting your center. Good. Let's take a couple cat-cows, drop that belly button down to the mat, and then we round through center. Good. Pushing that back to be in our max flexibility here. And we round. Good. Just a couple more flexations here. Drop the belly button down, exhale, and inhale, round. Beautiful job, everyone. Return to center and we'll reach back into our child's pose here. Crawl those fingers forward just a bit more. The forehead is heavy into our mat here. Good. Reach those arms just a little further than you think you can. Good. Continuing with our breath. Return through center and we reach into that cobra pose. Our hips drop down to the mat. Our legs are long behind us. Shoulders are down, pushed away from our ears, back through tabletop to go to our child's pose. Beautiful. Making sure we're maintaining that breath here. Inhale and exhale as we go to cobra. Good. And inhale as we rock back through tabletop to go to our child's pose. Good. Continuing our breath. We go to downward facing dog. Pedal out those legs. Good. Getting into every inch of our calf here. Beautiful job, everyone. and back to tabletop, and we reach to the child's pose again. Exhale. Good. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, tabletop. Tuck those toes. Downward facing dog. Good. Pedaling out those legs, reaching those arms nice and long above our head. Now we go down to our tabletop again. Back to child's pose. Inhale through cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Wonderful. Now we take that right arm and we try to reach for the outside of that left knee or calf there, whatever feels comfortable for you today. Good. And return that right hand to center. Switch sides. We want to pull that left shoulder through our body here. Good. And return that hand to the mat and lower down to that plank position. Find that really solid plank. Push back to downward dog. Good. Lower down to plank and back to the downward dog. Beautiful. Back to plank and downward dog. Good. Return those knees to the mat. Back to child's pose here. Taking our last few deep breaths. Good. Maybe some of those hands coming down to our sides. Good. Finding our center. Weight of the forehead is pressing down to the mat. Return those hands to the mat. We come back to our sitting position. Beautiful. Let's take one back. Inhale. Reach those arms. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.